You good? You good?
Ready, Yols?
Yep.
Yols. Oprah.
History in the making.
The lady and the gentleman.
Welcome back to a brand new series of episodes from the LNT podcast. This is the kid, all hype and pro, and to my, I guess I should say, to the left side of the screen. Who
Right.
we got?
On the other side of the screen, Yols.
Big time, prime time.
And everybody was worried that we weren't gonna keep recording.
I know.
We recording in 2 states.
Making them feel like we're right beside each other. Still.
Right. Yeah.
That's how we do.
Yep.
Shout out to Yols, the IT department. The IT department. How about that?
Right.
And get my water. So how you been? Because you done moved away from the kid.
Yeah.
I went into brief depression. You good now?
Whatever. You still see me most of June. I officially moved like the end of July. Well, the end of June. So July is like the first month I've been here. So yeah.
Like it?
I do. It's good. Actually, it's crazy. It's a lot more opportunity than I expected, which is a good thing because that's the whole reason why I moved in the first place. So it's great. Juices flowing, creativity, all that good stuff. So hopefully, all those announcements will be coming out soon because I'm working on a couple projects. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't take long. Came in, hit the ground running.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that, for real. Some people move and they immediately are like, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm coming back. My speech to them is, you get on that bull, better be prepared to ride it.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we're busy, right? I mean, we only was out, but literally 2 months because it will be dropping it next week, but it's August 1st. Happy August, people. Hello. We made it through Mercury retrograde. July felt long as crap. I was emotional. I don't know why. I don't know what I was emotional about, but I was emotional, and I'm glad July's over.
Yeah, July wasn't one of my favorite Julys.
Man, everybody was struggling with this retrograde. Like, whew.
Side note, that's kind of cool. The little green highlight around the video switches whenever, I guess, depending on like who's talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got, what is it, Zoom? What it's called?
Yep.
Yeah, we just downloaded it and been like playing and pressing with all the buttons and stuff. So we can do some pretty neat things, especially with the video. And if you're watching stuff like that, and
really
act like I'm somewhat floating out of space.
Oh my God, I don't know what he's doing with this video, but yes, so we'll still be able to record on YouTuber. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. By the way, I've been looking at I've been subscribing to new YouTube followers. Okay, that's gonna fall. And I just started like doing some research because I noticed, number one, you can do a series of videos about anything. I'm not joking when I say like this guy has this freaking dog and it's just doing little things that he does with his dog, like pulling a tail. So the video would be like, how long can I pull my dog's tail before he gets mad? Or it'll be like our morning routine, and it's the dog like waking him up because the dog's got to go out every morning. And I'm not lying when I say Buddy got damn near 2 million followers.
I'm telling you, like I said, that's part of doing some research that I'm doing along with, because of course I came to Atlanta because of the tech space here and, entrepreneur tech space, Black entrepreneur tech space. So between social media marketing, like you said, anything YouTube, app development, mobile app development. Yeah. So I'm becoming a sponge nerd again. And like people just be sitting there like the mukbang, like, you know what, let me go get some crab legs and eat and have a conversation with y'all. Like, we should, now that we're like in 2 places, we should like do that one day and be like, So we recorded, of course, but then go, yeah, you watch on YouTube. We were technically eating throughout the whole thing. Go see what we were eating. And yeah, like we should really do a mukbang. That would be dope, though.
That would be hilarious.
The mukbang podcast edition.
Mukbang podcast.
Yeah. Actually, the
craziest stuff is what flies.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, people sit and go to dinner, so it'd be like, oh yeah, me and Jock is just sitting at dinner and we talk about the podcast and topics all at the same time. Just saying.
Hold on, I don't know what that is. I'm good.
What? Dude, you by yourself. Are you scared? Are you?
No, it's not. It's because I'm in the closet. Yeah, I'm in the closet because it's giving the best sound. I'm not gonna lie, I am.
You know, there's about to be a lot of jokes just because you just said I'm in the closet.
Yeah, it will be. Will be a lot of jokes, but I don't care.
Y'all, he in the closet, like for real, in the closet, because he wants sound quality. This is the sound nerd right here, bro.
But it really is. I'm hearing. It's like somebody's knocking, but there's no breaks. Like it's been a consistent flow of knocking for like 2 minutes.
Oh God, I really wish y'all could see this. I can't wait to put this video up because you look like it's like what's the movie, the horror movie Scream, where it's just like I'm sitting here watching something really bad about to happen to you.
And all of a sudden, like a sword, like just comes through the wall and just takes me out.
Like your eyes are bouncing back and forth. You looking around. And I'm in a whole nother state. So all I can do is just call 911.
Hold on, wait. I think I'm good. Oh, it was a fan. I'm good. False alarm. Yeah, there we go. All right. Here, no, we just got to turn this on. I'm good. I'm good. You can call off the search party. No, I think that'll. Yeah, that helps a whole lot.
What is your clothes? Is your clothes?
I'm good. What are we talking about today?
Oh, God. Oh.
I'm good.
This is gonna be wonderful. Talk about what current events. Since we just coming back, just getting. Going through what happened with you over the summer. Well, July, June and July.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with me? What's going on in the news? We've both been talking about, do we want to talk about politics just because we got 87 candidates?
I mean, bruh.
Candidates.
Which I'm kind of excited about because this is the best time to start watching Saturday Night Live.
That's true. Saturday, yeah, very true. Ooh, and it's probably gonna be good too this Saturday, especially with Bernie talking about some. I wrote the bill.
And what my man say? What was it? It's like you get it, they don't even know the flavor or something like that.
Oh yeah, he said. So yeah, you right. I gotta watch Saturday Night Live. Definitely gotta watch Saturday Night Live. But yeah, maybe that's like I said. That's gonna be interesting. I don't like to touch politics just because everybody has their opinion and everybody's so sensitive. But yeah. I think we're gonna have to eventually, just because we do want people to go out and vote, especially from a Democratic standpoint, or just somebody to beat Trump. I'm gonna say right now, with all the candidates, I don't even have a solid like favorite. Everybody's like Uncle Joe and Kamala, but I'm really not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of Kamala. Right? I'm just not a fan. Like
it's too much. It's too many candidates for me.
I'm like, I was like, so after these debates, I put on Twitter. I said, so after these debates, can we get it down to 10? Like then I can really focus hard because the chick from Hawaii, I didn't even know she was a candidate. I was like, who is that?
Right.
I was like,
oh, and see, and that's my thing because like it's like you do your research. I mean, first off, it'll take you a month to do research on all of them, but once you do enough research and you find somebody that you really like and you really like you're ready to support them, and then they're out. for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It may not even had got their name to a ballot. It could just be some scandal popped up, and they was like, well, I'm just going to respectfully withdraw my candidacy. And then you're just like, well, damn, and like I was all in, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just wait until they, either some kind of weed themselves out or whatever.
Yeah.
But I will say, I do like that there, at the very least, I do like that there are so many minority candidates.
Yeah.
At this point.
It's definitely, I think, because of the divide in the country with Trump and a lot of the racist comments and whatnot, there's been diversity is huge right now. Whether it's in politics or companies, like diversity and inclusion is like the key word right now.
Yeah. Are you laughing at me because I keep messing with my clothes? Yeah, it's something to concern yourself with.
So yeah. What else? So how was your summer? Let's talk about that.
My summer.
Technically, it's still summer, but
Right.
the first half, the first June and July.
So, I think if you recall from, was it May? Was it May? April. It was the April episodes. We were doing like the mental health.
May.
Okay. And so, yeah, I think the topic about like my dad came up several times. I guess throughout the month, it came up. I know more than once, and like whether I would, reach out to him or call him, wait to see if he'd reach out to me or like whatever. That was, that was just what the discussion was about. And ultimately, my brother who lives in Kuwait, so I only see him about once a year, and he had called me ahead of time and was like, if I go down there, will you come with me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, debated, actually legit, like debated for a few minutes. And I was very reluctant to say, yeah, I'll go. And I was mainly doing it because it was more like a favor, honestly. I look at it as like, when my brother is here in the country, like he and I rarely get to go do something together where it's just the two of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the majority of times it's he'll be with amongst everybody, and it's like it's us and then the entire family. So I've kind of more so looked at it as like a chance for us to finally go do something like together, and it's just bonding. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we get out there, and because of the time constraints and when we were going to go and when we had to be back, it was the funniest thing. But we had to like drive to Atlanta to catch a nonstop flight to Houston so that we could return. It was like we left on a Friday morning so that we could return on Sunday afternoon. And it was crazy. Like anyways, sorry. That was necessary. Anyway, the point is that when we got there after, it was Friday. So we checked in at the hotel to like drop off our luggage and stuff. And he was like, are you ready? Let's go over there now. And I was like, hold on, we're gonna be here all day tomorrow. Like we got to rush to get over there. But I was just like, again, I was like, all right, I'll defer to his judgment. Right?
Okay.
Because he did ask me that. He was, I guess, because he didn't really know like how I was going to react or how like emotionally how I was going to be or whatever. So he was like, look, just let me drive. Let me just, take control of the wheel. And if, we need to leave, I'll say, let's leave. We need to stay, like whatever. I was like, all right, cool. You way older than me. I'll defer to your judgment. So like I said, we got there and he was like, all right, let's go ahead and head over there now. And I'm like, really? Like,
we can't lean into this a little bit?
Exactly. I mean, let's, just call them and let them know, hey, we're here safely and start off with that. But nah, we just head straight over there. All right. So first off, buddy's house, banging ass house. Yeah, everything. They weren't lying when they say everything in Texas is bigger. Everything. What got me, and I'm talking about like, it was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Enticing. Was the fact that they said that every house in that neighborhood was built with a theater, like a home theater, inside of it. like already wired and everything. And I'm like, you've got to be effing kidding me. That's wow. Anyway, sorry, just side note. So I walk in, and it's the nervousness because it's like, we ring the doorbell, we're waiting, and it seems like it always takes a year for whomever to answer the door. And so his wife, answered the door, and she was like happy to see us and everything. And so we walk in, and I see him, and he stands up, and we pause the story right here for a second. I had not known that that was the first time my brother and my dad saw each other since my brother went to the Marines back in like 91, I think.
Oh.
192. Right.
Oh.
So it was like, which, first of all, so it's like it was that. I didn't even thought about that until like literally like we saw him stand up. And then at the same time, that's actually my first time ever seeing my dad and my brother at the same time. First time ever. So, like I said, when he stood up and we were like walking, down or through the foyer to get to him and everything. And I don't know how, I don't know why, I suddenly turned into like a 5-year-old kid. And I was like excited to see him and happy to see him. And it was very enlightening experience. Very. We we didn't do anything. We didn't do much Friday night. We probably just talked a little bit. Saturday night we went to my brother went over there again, and then we all went out for like breakfast and everything. Great restaurant. Then we went back to his house, and then we were just up in the theater just watching movies. We watched like 3 movies back to back. And it was, to me, I don't know, it was like a perfect father-son day. Well, 3 of us rather.
Right.
It was perfect because, we're watching like manly movies. You know what I mean? Like action and military, like shooting snipers and all that shit. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like we're watching that, and it's like, I don't know, it was perfect. It was perfect. College football probably would have made it a little more perfect, but for the most part,
yeah,
it was probably the best that it could have been, honestly. So we've talked on the telephone numerous times, texted each other back and forth, and I'm thinking about, well, not thinking about, but just looking to see like when the perfect time would be for me to go back out there, hang out with him again. So.
Well, that's a yay, because between the very first episode we had 2 years ago with Rayshawn and Fonda, we talked about your dad. It was a whole meltdown. And then
Meltdown's a little strong.
Well, I'm exaggerating, but it was
a melt. When the meltdown, it was a melt.
It was a tense moment, and then bringing it back up again this year for mental health awareness. So I'm pretty sure everybody's kind of happy to hear about, it was a good trip with Dad.
It was.
Since they technically been following you on this journey. So that's a yay.
Yeah. So here's a picture of him. He's when he was in the Army. I think he is.
And he looks just like you.
Oh my gosh, he's 38. 38 in this picture. So it's a few years older than me. Okay, here we go.
That's Jock right there, bro. Jock with a mustache. Jock with the big mustache, like the John Travolta mustache.
I don't see it, but whatever.
Whatever.
And then for the YouTubers, here is a picture of the 3 of us.
And they all look
my dad, my brother.
They all look identical.
Okay. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna show this one. I'm gonna wait till we get a better picture.
Okay.
Well, here we go. Because it's like the one with the 3 of us, it didn't come out right. But the one with like him and my brother came out pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
all y'all look alike.
Whatever.
All y'all look alike. And the crazy part is your dad still has a strong mustache.
I mean, hard.
Like that dude is Groucho Marx with the mustache. Yeah, that's a Groucho Marx mustache, bruh.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Now that you look at it, you like,
I'm zooming in on the picture, and I'm like, wow, it really is kind of.
yeah, that's a Groucho Marx mustache, like, bruh. But no, I'm glad it went well though.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. And I went into his office. I'm showing you this last picture. And that's when I saw this.
Oh yeah.
And I remember him telling me about it one day.
The man is definitely living in the East. Living in it.
That's verbiage. Okay, I get it. That's
No,
something.
no, for those who can't see on YouTube is all his
Damn, yeah, that's what I should have. I'm sorry, I should have
all
explained.
his Mason Shriner paraphernalia.
Yeah. So I found out that he is a 32nd degree Mason, which is, I'd say, effing high, because I think it only goes up to like 33rd degree.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, it's really impressive actually. I don't know. It was like a moment of me, like, I don't know. It gave me something to be like really, really proud of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was, yeah, that was good. That was good.
Well, sounds like it was a successful trip, and like I said, I'm pretty sure for the folks who's been listening and following the story, they're, happy. I know Miss Fonda probably will. Miss Fonda, and yeah.
Yeah, I think you will. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be happy. Yeah.
I forget his name every time, man. The guy that does the documentary.
Oh, Fred.
Fred, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So Fred should be happy. Yeah. So it's good. It's good.
So, but that's that. That's that. I think other than that, not much else going on that's really like different.
Oh, you did. Oh, so you haven't had a. Let me get this right. Is it a city boy summer? Is it? That's what y'all. I don't know. First of all, don't. Yeah, this city boy, city girl, hot girl thing, hot whatever.
I'm afraid I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's part of what was going on this summer. Megan Thee Stallion started it with Hot Girl Summer, and then the City Girls, I think, started City Girl Summer for those that are in Florida. And then City Boy, that term came out. I don't know what the hell that is either. Yes, that just means we aunties and uncles.
Good to know.
But yeah. It's
yeah.
Millennial.
I got you. So, what else been going on, Yols?
Let's see. My summer was pretty, like I said, moving. So June was just busy because I was because I have property. I have a home in Charlotte that I was renting out. So preparing that to be rented. It is rented. So now I am a property owner.
Sure.
So yeah. Did you know if I get a second property, I'm considered an investor?
I did know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so really that's pretty much June. Was able to see everybody before I left, hung out. July was just really getting settled.
Mm-hmm.
Got the house pretty much up and settled. I think last week I started like being social, like going out to different places and being social. But I've learned the area. I'm not too far. I'm about 20 miles outside of Atlanta. I live in the Duluth area. Duluth. Yeah, Duluth. It's so funny how I say I was like Duluth. There was like people go, oh yeah, Jeju Spa. I say, yeah, I'm right around the corner from there. They're like, oh, I know where you at. So yeah. So I'm not far from I'm on the outskirts of Atlanta. But yeah.
So you don't really get you don't really hit that traffic then?
No, I mean I've been in the Atlanta traffic, but so I done drove in New York. I've done Atlanta. I think right now it's, of course, school just actually started here in Atlanta. Actually today. So it wasn't as bad, but there's just so many back routes you can take. Mm-hmm. I have been in the traffic, but when I think of traffic, it's like you're going 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Traffic. No, in Atlanta, it's traffic, and to me, I feel like it's congested because we're still probably going 15, 20 miles an hour. So
That's not that bad.
yeah, so that's why. But again, like I said, this school's been out. But again, I don't necessarily take 85 all the time. It's pretty much 85 and 285 is pretty much the parking lots. But I've pretty much learned about 4 different back ways to get into the city of Atlanta without even touching 85 or 285. I've actually only been on 285 once since I've been here because I done found all the back ways. I'm like, oh, it's red. Nope, we're going around. So it hadn't been bad, but like I said, I work from home, so I don't have to like battle the traffic every day. So yeah, and I'm learning the times, like, you know, just like anything from about 3 to 7, about 3 to 6, 7. Yeah.
Go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Like, yeah, no.
No, I get it.
Yeah, and then of course in the morning from about like 6, because I've been out about 6 in the morning, probably about 7 a.m. to about 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I will say though, I don't like watching the news, like local news, because I found it depressing. I usually just log online and kind of pick and choose, like see the headlines and keep it moving. I feel like the news is extremely depressing with everything that's going on. And with, you know, so I was watching Atlanta news. Let me tell you something. Most entertaining news I've ever watched in my entire life. First of all, the traffic man, the guy that does the traffic on ABC's news, I forgot this, whatever, because I'm still learning. He drops lyrics. You know, they were like, "Oh, over to you, Jeff." He was like, "All right, well, so why are you getting so fresh and so clean before hitting the high?" I'm like, wait a minute, what is he? So he drops bars while he's doing the traffic. That's the first thing. And then like,
because I know this guy that he did that. He used to do that for his sports recap of, like, you know, like college sports or whatever.
So that's actually the one, and he's actually the traffic guy's trending. But yeah, that's Atlanta.
Wow.
So
everybody out here trying to get it.
Then when they said the news, then when they talk about just the regular news, like, people are very passionate here, and they just like right now there's a whole bunch of school district stuff going on. A lot of parents are upset about, you know, the testing that they have going on here in the state, and they're just, one of the parents cussed out the school board, like cussed out.
Because of the testing?
Yeah, because I think they're adding additional state testing, and he was just like, "You morons!" And I'm like, "Uh-oh."
But isn't Georgia like? Well, let me not say number one, but I heard they're up there as far as, or maybe that's. I heard something.
No, so the area, because I live in, Cobb County and Gwinnett are known for their schools. Like, I even live down the street from the Technology, Mathematics, and Science School. There's a school specifically for pretty much STEM in a sense. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm in Gwinnett County. But yeah, Cobb and Gwinnett are like known for their schools. Like, that's where you go if you want your kids to be in good districts, is Cobb and Gwinnett. And Cobb County is like Marietta. Yeah. So, yeah, man. But so I had to tell you this one story on the news. So the woman, it was a mother, and her kids got hit, you know, playing outside the street.
Oh, okay.
So a guy jumped the curb, hit her kids, stopped, moved the kids out the way, and then kept going. So a hit and run. Yeah. Yeah, like the kids is all scraped up. They're showing them, you know, the baby girl got the Band-Aid. The little boy got broke leg. I think he was on crutches. So, no, they're fine. They're good. Scrapes and bruises. But the mom, where it gets entertaining is they were like, so the mama interviewed the people in the neighborhood, did her investigation, and pretty much the guy was arrested 2 days later. So the reporter goes, well, ma'am, how did you know? She said, look, I added, subtracted, multiplied, and I found them.
She did not.
Yeah, no, said it just like that's verbatim. I added, subtracted, and multiplied and found them.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Oh, she really did that.
no, yeah,
I'll
seriously.
tell you.
But she did though. She had a picture. Her neighbors, she interviewed neighbors. Her neighbors took a picture of the van. Took a picture. It was a Jeep. And then she found out who owned the Jeep, the license plate number, then found out her cousin knew the guy. And then that's how he got arrested. She did a legit went in straight detective mode, found who hit her kids, and he's in jail. And then at the end of the interview goes, I pray for him. May God bless his soul. I said,
after she over there.
This is Atlanta, man.
She done
Atlanta.
back.
Like, let's see, the Falcons is playing, football started back. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously. I know. It was
So the
rough.
Falcons play, so there's no tell. Like, I'm excited about Atlanta's news now. Like, it's so entertaining. So entertaining.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely see myself coming to Atlanta a lot more often. Definitely know that.
There's a lot of opportunity here.
I've been looking at leaving Charlotte. I'm looking at several different cities, and reluctantly, I will say that. Yeah. Atlanta has been one of the places that's on the list.
Yeah, Atlanta and I hear Houston are good right now. So those were my two choices. Atlanta's just closer to family, right, for me. So I didn't want to go too far out. So yeah.
Yeah. Houston, from what I'm hearing, from a lot of different people, is that it's like the best, what is it? Something like the black something. It's really good. Like the black professionals. It's like real good up there, which is great because if I were to go to Houston, first off, shit, we could video chat like nothing. This is super easy. Yep. But at least I could stay with my dad, so it's not like I would have to immediately, look for a house or whatnot. So
that's what's up.
But the thing about it though is like I've been looking at these job areas and what's the demographic like and what is there anything lacking. And a lot of it has, oh man, it's just not a match for my skill set. I'll leave it at that. So what I'm thinking though, like my strategy is if I can get hired at some company pretty big and just do X amount of months, then they may just be like, hey, we really don't need you coming into the office like that. Maybe just come to the office once a month type of thing or something. And then I can just be like, I'm out.
I can see you can't find anything in audit just because you're legal and you've been doing that. Like audit is huge from what I hear.
It is. And for the
everybody's gonna hate you because everybody hates auditors.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Hey, need us though. But what's really killing me is how why they want you to have so much experience only to train you when you show up anyway. Yeah, I don't. And it's like, from a compliance perspective, you have to train the person. You have to document that you trained them and show them, all that. But at the same time, it's like you want somebody with X amount of years of experience. Yeah. Which, and I don't know.
Like, you need to have 7. Like, where did you get
7 from? I don't understand, what is it I'm supposed to learn with 7 years of experience that I wouldn't have learned in 4 or 2? But I don't know. I guess it's I don't know. Yeah. It gets my nerves.
But people are finessing that too, though. Like I tell folks, a rec or job posting, take that stuff with a grain of salt. Half of that stuff is just static. They done copied and pasted from something that was too, So I'd be like, apply. Still apply. Look at your resume. See, because you still might be qualified or maybe overqualified,
Yeah, no, I went on, last night, for example, I think I probably applied for this is at one company. It was about a good 10 that were, because I'm only applying from the list of recently posted things. And so, but within those 10, it was all over. When I say all over, I'm talking about there was a position in Sydney, Australia I applied for.
I like Australia.
I was just to be, I don't know, I was like, it was kind of like a what if scenario. I was like, man, what if I actually got, I don't know, a phone call or email or whatever. So let me just see what the housing market looks like. That's, what things in general looks like out there. And so they have some very nice homes, apartments, condos, cost of living, way cheaper,
Yeah.
way cheaper. I'm talking about, I saw like a penthouse, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom apartment penthouse now. And I did the math because you gotta convert it to the American dollars, and then
It's about 1 for 1 though. Australian money is about 1 for 1 with us.
no, it's not right now. Not right now. It's like
Oh.
it's only 2/3 of the dollar right now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's definitely been going up and down a lot. But right now it's only like 2/3. So they'll show that something is like they'll say it's like $350 per week. So they will say per week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you do the math, and I'm like, all right, well that's probably like $1,200-$1,300. But then when you convert that over to American dollars, it's a whole lot less, like $950. And I'm like, hey, for this, it's like a 2,500 square foot apartment, and I'm like, $950 a month. Man, that thing be about $6,000 a month in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I loved Australia, so I ain't gonna lie, I was like, bruh, I ain't love my family a lot. I would be what? Gone.
I mean, like, so is there just, because I mean, they do, I get it, they speak their version of English, but I wonder what what I'm looking for, the Black population looks like out there.
But in Australia, it's a lot of indigenous. So you just got
Like
a
the
lot of,
Pacific Islanders.
yeah. So it's just a lot of, it's indigenous. So it's just a lot of like Native American.
Right.
So that's what I seen when I was there. But that's who built their country, and they actually praise those people for building their country versus the opposite. Like Australia is literally the opposite of the United States. Like they came over United States, they came over on a boat, had Thanksgiving, and murdered them. In Australia, they praise them and actually have a whole day dedicated to them where nobody works. They have a shrine in the middle of Sydney that's, in honor of the indigenous people that came and built the country. And yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
About the Memphis.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah. So just saying, Australia ain't that bad. It's not that bad. I didn't have any issues, like I said, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a pretty, I don't know, whatever type of place. Pretty good.
So let's talk about some of these current events.
What you got? What's going
on? So let's see. We had a lot go on, but we're gonna kind of go with recent and come up. So the American soccer team, hello, shitting on them again. Ooh, number 4. But then
after they murdered, what country was that? It was Thailand or something like that.
Came out there,
destroyed them. It was like the score was like 25-0 or something.
So murdered them, and then we find out they ain't getting paid. How you want the American men? We don't even know the last time they won.
Right.
But the women got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they getting paid nothing compared to the men.
I heard it's something like I think like the average salary for a professional athlete, like a female professional athlete, is something like $50,000. It's something like it's something crazy. I mean, obviously, like the Serena Williams of the world is going to be different. Oh, and shout out to the what was she, like 15 that beat some woman in the tennis match.
Oh yeah, in Wimbledon.
Yeah, forgot her name.
Yeah, man, she came back. She was set. She came down. She was
all the way down.
She was 6. Yeah. It was 5-0. She came back and beat her.
Yeah.
What? Come through.
Homegirl's pissed.
Yeah. No, that you can't be pissed off of that. That's just pure. She just like, you don't come back from you down. She ain't got not now point on the board. And she came back in a set, beat you, and then came back, beat you in the second set. No, boo. No. No. The US Open's about to start, so you probably get to see it again. So But yeah, Wimbledon was good.
Uh,
Serena lost, but it was still nice. Wimbledon was good. What other sports stuff?
Tiger Woods won one of them golfing things. I don't even, because there's so many of them. This
the
is I
green,
don't even.
he won the jacket. Come on now, the jacket. He
He
won the
won
jacket.
everybody, and
Yeah,
then
everybody said he was washed up, done had all them back surgeries. He wasn't gonna be about nothing. Tiger said, Tiger Woods, y'all literally brought that back. Okay.
but then I think it was like the very next tournament or whatever. Nah, he was out early, but now I've heard he's like signed up for 2 more. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, my whole thing is he accomplished. He made one of the biggest. That's just probably one of the biggest comebacks. Like
Of
that's
life.
yeah.
Well, I'm
Like
talking about the voicemail that he left his ex-wife when he was like cheating or something like that. Like that was blasted all over the radio. I remember
right.
like they made a song about it. It was actually kind of funny. It was, but anyway, yeah. I mean, he was something like Kim. That they got into an argument and he left and like wrecked his Escalade, crashed into like a tree or something like that. Like,
Yep.
but his everything about him was just aired out. All the dirty laundry was just aired out. And then he came back and was like, "Hey, I'm still Tiger Woods though, with my surgically repaired cybernetic back and all."
Yep.
So
So he can't be mad at the brother. So Tiger had a good summer was actually, I mean, it wasn't bad for folks. Like I said, July just had a nice little dark cloud on it. But for the most part, like June, like the summer's been straight. Like I said, July just people been just emo. What else happened? A lot of music dropped. Jesus Christ, a lot of music dropped. I'm still trying to play catch up with a lot of it, but a lot of good music dropped.
mm-hmm.
Um,
I've been really I got one. So I've been off of music right now for a while. Well, let me rephrase that. I've been off of new music for a while. Here we go. For one, we got that what is it like Fox Sports Radio. It's like Charlotte finally got one of those sports radio channels or whatever. So it's pretty much the majority of what I've been listening to in the car. And then at the same time, I got what was this? Amazon Prime Video.
mm-hmm.
So I was catching up on like a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff there. So there's this series called All or Nothing. All right. And
Oh, that's the one with the Panthers. The Panthers.
yes.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that yet.
I watched it. Of course I would. I mean, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, you're a Panthers fan.
I'm talking about like I watched.
I would flip the screen because if I flip the screen, you would see Packer country. But I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Okay.
But anyway, we're gonna talk about the Packers in a second too. But
okay.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I watched it. I can honestly though, I can say because like first of all, people act different when the cameras are around. Number one. Number two, you can edit you can edit everything in a way to where it shows whatever story you want it to show. You know what I mean? Like
Of course.
Yeah, because if you want, you can only choose to highlight, things that shows one particular person in a negative light or show them in a positive. And
right.
I saw how they did that with like a few of the players. But then, of course, I knew they was going to feature a lot of Cam Newton, him being the person he is. But I could say, honestly, I got a whole nother level of respect for him, though. I could say that because of some of the things that he would say to the players to like get them to focus or trying to get their mind off of certain things or to like, essentially as they say, rally the troops or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, wow. And then there were parts where like it was like a quick, I guess you could say, heated exchange from him and one of the players because the dude dropped the ball and it would have been a touchdown, which would have won us the game. But anyway, and this is the way that the player was like acting about it and fussing. And I'm just like, Cam, you better than me, bro. You might have had to see these hands. Might have. You know, we boys. I know in the moment I get it, but I mean, I'm not perfect. He may have to see these hands.
Mm.
But yeah, it was pretty good though. What's up with your boy Aaron Rodgers though? Is he good? Is he gonna be all right?
Yeah, AA Ron is good. We have a new coach, so we have a new offense coordinator, so we have a new offense.
Right. And I heard he don't like that. He don't like that.
Yeah, that's false.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you know, they love to do AA Ron like that. They like he James Jones interview, and they was like, yeah, you know, everybody's saying that you and Matt is, you know, at arms. Y'all don't like each other. He was like, nah, we good. He was like, I like what he's doing. He's allowing me to be creative. He's in all the meetings. We have a lot of one-on-one conversations, getting creative with the playbook. He said it's in its infancy stage, but I like where he's taking, you know, the offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he said, as we grow, you know, but Aaron ain't, I don't know what, folks. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think what it is that during the off season, I would say aside from the draft, well, free agency, the draft, and training camp. Yeah, because training camp just got started and everything. So basically between the NFL draft, which is in April, so it's like from mid-April or end of April to what is this? Like basically last week of July, they're scraping for news. You know what I mean? Like they're scraping
Right.
for
So that's why I'm like, they were only in training camp maybe a week, and they're like, oh, Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur is not doing well. It's been a week since they even been together.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I don't really basically anything that comes up right after a season has ended and there's like nothing, that's really relevant. I just know, I mean, hey, y'all fishing. Because like now, like I don't think anybody, I'm not even being joke, I'm not being fun. I don't think anybody has mentioned anything about the NBA, I would say, for at least 3 weeks. Until yesterday. Was it yesterday?
I mean, you know, which NBA is going to be interesting this upcoming season because everybody's everywhere. But a lot of people like it just because the superstars are spread out again. They're not all like clumped up. Yeah, like I said, outside of LeBron, you know, being a parent that's jumping in the game, you know, that's about the only thing NBA wise.
But you know, like they slaughtered this dude about it, and everybody was saying like, and they prefaced it with like, I get it, you're a dad and you're supportive, this, that, the third, but they're not there to see you, they're there to see your kids, and I'm like, well, hold up. Here's my take on it. I look at it as no matter where he goes, he's freaking LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a big deal. And no matter where he's at, he could be at McDonald's. It's still a big deal.
Yeah.
And so, but the thing about it is like, with the exception of paying money to go to a basketball game, you never get to see the very thing that LeBron is famous for. You know what I mean? It's like you never see him like, doing whatever it is that, obviously basketball, you never see him do anything basketball related unless you pay good money, by the way, to go see him play.
Very true.
So I look at it as like if it's his son's, AAU basketball game or whichever it was, and he's like, even though it was a quick, I mean, it wasn't no half-ass dunk. I won't say that, but even if it is quick, I look at it as like he gave everybody a free show and got the team hyped. That's how.
Yeah, like I said, the parents. I think people at the parents have no. They said they talked to the parents and coaches, and they're not complaining. It's just media. It's just
media, exactly.
Social media and media. So moving on, like I said, he might be a little TT bit extra when they're in the middle of the game and he's literally running on the court. It's like, I mean, in any football or basketball, you as a coach in football, you get penalized if you're not on the sideline. Like you're like Tomlin has got hit with that, and the Rams coach, the young guy,
McVay.
Yeah, like there's a whole 15-second segment of a guy, one of his assistant coaches, making sure he stays back behind the line.
The get back.
Yeah, So that's why I'm just like, that might be a little extra. Like, dude, like they're in the middle of a game, like regulation ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just ran on the court while they're literally still working in formation. That like that might be a little extra, but you know, it is what it is, man. Like, let them be a parent. If the other parents ain't got, like you said, the other parents is probably like, yo, we get a free show, just like you said. So they ain't sweating it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
like I said, everybody's overly sensitive because in the debates, Joe Biden, when he came out, my neighbor is weird. When he came, I'm telling you, anyways, when he came out to shake Kamala's hand, he was like, be easy on me. He's like, go easy on me, kid. Everybody's like, he called her a kid. I'm like, y'all, Joe Biden, that's just like in the South, men say baby. Like it's just, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, babe. Appreciate that, sweetheart. Like, it's a Southern thing for men and women to say that here. Like, Joe Biden's just an older male. Like, you know, he probably said the same thing to Barack. Like, he's probably like, yo. Right. So I'm just sitting here like, he's not insulting Kamala. That's just like, keep your head up, kid. That's it. But their social media is having, I can't believe he said, I'm sure Kamala didn't like that. I'm like, oh my God. Y'all are picking y'all. I'm just like, y'all so damn.
There's no way to win, basically. There's no way. Like, you can't, even if he were just to stand there, smile on his face, people could look at that and interpret it as something negative. Like, oh, who does he think he is? You think he already won? Is that what this is? I mean,
then they like, oh, he didn't speak to Kamala. God damn it. What the fuck?
You are slaughtered if you do.
Like,
slaughtered if you don't.
Society, like, everything is just, it's just, come on, y'all. Like, really?
There you go. It's sensitive.
Just overly sensitive. Like, whoo, you got to walk on eggshells for everything. Like,
it is.
Like, what in the world?
I will say, I mean, I absolutely hate that about civilization right now. It's everything is scrutinized. Everything, man. Everything is questioned. Everything has a negative. Everything that can have a negative spin gets a negative spin.
Yeah.
I mean, you could donate $1 million to some charity, and it's like, oh, money laundering. Oh, okay, I get it. That's drug money.
No, then somebody will find out. Well, did you know this charity gave money to the Saudi Arabian government 18 years ago? Like, who knows that? Like, how the hell is we supposed to know that?
Or they'll use certain terms to like describe the person. So they'll say, just to say something like Jay-Z donates $10 million to Boys and Girls Club, and then the second line would be like, the former drug dealer who's now married to Beyonce. So it's like, oh, okay.
You're right, though. You're right. Oh, speaking of crimes, but the whole the Netflix show, everybody was talking about, what is it, the
New York in the park.
Yeah, the Central Park 5, acquitted Central Park 5. I have not seen it.
Neither have I.
Because the way everybody talks about it, they're like, it was, even men was like, it's a lot to take. I'm not emotionally ready yet. Plus it was like July retrograde. I probably would have been, no. And then Lion King came out, Aladdin came out. Now we got Mulan and Little Mermaid coming out. Disney just, so. And then Marvel, oh God, I love Marvel. They dropped their phase 4. It's just going to be beautiful.
I don't see how they're going to top Avengers.
So let's talk about this real quick. Because when I tell you Marvel dropped their phase 4, at first I was like, how the hell are they going to make this connect? Because, you know, they're going to do Black Widow,
Blade.
Blade.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
Blade.
That was Marvel.
Eternals, which I'm not familiar with. The Captain America spinoff with
Falcon movie.
Yeah, Falcon. Yeah. All of them. So it's just like, I'm like, how are they gonna make these connect? Or is it gonna connect? Or are they just gonna be individuals and just maybe leading up to But I don't know if people realize that Marvel will be dropping 7 movies in 1 year.
Damn.
7 movies are dropping for Marvel in 2021. And that's not including Black Panther 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You know, that's when Thor, he's going to have a belly. Come on now.
He called them at the end of the As Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, the As Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, Marvel, like, oh my God, like, and then, you know, they haven't announced what they're doing with X-Men, which that's what I want to hear about, because X-Men is my favorite comic. I mean, I got my car's named the Phoenix. My Phoenix is everywhere. Like, Jean Grey is.
Didn't that come out already?
Let's not talk about that trash, because that was still under Fox. So we did not watch that trash.
Duly noted.
Yep. Trash. Not even. I'm not going to see that movie because it's trash. Because it was Fox. It's not Disney. So I can't do it.
But it was the last Fox one, though, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, Disney. Oh my God, I can't. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be, like I said, but Disney live action and everything. I don't know if they need the live action everything. Like, there was a whole bunch of what I have not seen The Lion King yet. But it was a whole bunch. It was mixed reviews. People didn't like Nala. She talked too much. She had more lines than the cartoon. They said Timon and Pumbaa was great. Some people liked it. Some people didn't. It just got a ton of mixed reviews. I am gonna go see it, but I don't know.
Because I guess that answered my question, because I was always wondering, like, you know, was it essentially like a more modern version of? Okay, she done left. Are we on commercial? Where's the producer? Producers, where we at? Are we on break? Are we back? We're back. We're good. Okay, all right.
I was turning on the light because it's getting dark in here.
Yeah, if I turn out the light, it's gonna be pretty much.
No, all the, you know, the sunlight coming in from the window is now really. So I had to turn on the light. Ooh. So I had to turn on the light.
No, I got you. But
I gotta go through boxes still. I guess I don't have that many boxes left. But the light from my desk, I have no idea where it's at. So there's that. Ooh, you know, I think I know where it's at. I just thought about it. Never mind.
All right.
But yeah, back to the, like,
What you think?
Yeah, they just doing too much with the live action, man.
I mean, I forgot who said it, but someone said there's really no more new movies. Like, everything is just a remake.
You're right. And they're right. They're coming. It too. First of all, you can keep Pennywise. The Child's Play, they redid Now, first of all, let me tell you something. Now, I love scary movies. Love them. I don't get frightened very easily. So scary movies are nothing for me. So it's only 2 horror movies that really, like, shook me to my core growing up. And that was It and The Omen. Mostly The Omen because it's technically from the Bible. So
The Omen got everybody.
But as I got older, the old school, the Stephen King It, I was like, man, you know, I grew up, you know, I'm like, man, this clown, whatever. So I went to see the new It. Like, it's not a horror movie, because first of all, horror movies are not, they're PG-13 now. That's not a horror movie, sorry.
No, it's.
But whoever did this new It, I'm like, shit. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Like, then you're going to come out with the second It. I'm like, bro, I can't do it. And then the same makers that did It is bringing Chucky back. First of all, I was a kid when Chucky came out. And yes, my mama had me one of them it wasn't the same doll, but we had dolls. Like, couldn't sleep with it. Had to put it in the dirt, in the closet. Like, then you're going to come out with Chucky. Like, I don't have dolls now as an adult. But, you know, you just don't. You're going to have that one night where you just wake up. You're like, what the fuck in the corner?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Candyman.
Cup. They said they're supposed to be remaking Candyman.
All right, now come on.
Yeah.
You got to put the same dude in there. Like, it's got to be the same guy.
Damn.
That dude's been like since that movie. That dude has been scary in every.
But that's just like you can't remake Freddy Krueger without Robert Englund. You just can't, because he's always gonna be Freddy. They did a good job in the Freddy remake years ago, but it still ain't Freddy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like
he's a remake Jason because he didn't talk.
Yeah. I heard the latest Jason that they did do where Jodie, where she's pretty much an adult and she pretty much come after Jason. I heard that one was good. I have not seen it. I might need to check Netflix and see if it's on there. But yeah, like you said, there are no new movies. Like it's literally like either the end of the world movies, which ain't nothing but remade movies of old end of world movies, or like you said, remakes. Some movies you just don't need to remake. And then Disney is live action in every cartoon. It's just like, guys, I mean, you even though I will say this, even though whether you had where I seen a negative feedback or a positive feedback of the live action Lion King, people still said that the animated one is still the best one. So some stuff they just, I mean, they had James but like, so y'all.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is just Endgame is the greatest movie of all time.
You don't say that. Infinity War was better than Endgame. Sorry.
What? No.
Infinity War was better than Endgame.
No.
Yeah.
How?
You know what? Trust me. Okay. You're going to have a lot of Marvel nerds that's going to debate you on this. But to me, Infinity War is better than Endgame. But I will say Endgame probably was the best closure movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, they tied up every single loose end there was to tie up.
That had been made from the past.
Usually, like, if you look at The Godfather, you still like, oh, okay, well, what happened to such and such? Or you list, when you look at some of the greatest movies that have like sequels and stuff, you're just like, okay, I mean, it ended, but what happened to such and such? What happened to such and such? Like, some of your greatest movies that had, Endgame, it was freaking 20-something movies, 11 years, and they tied that thing up with a bow. I said, damn.
Yeah. No, like I said, I mean,
okay.
You don't even get that type of closure in relationships. That was the greatest. That was the greatest movie ever.
It was good.
But there was something else because there was one thing. I can't remember. I just had it a second ago, and it's gone.
ADD.
Yeah, I know. There was one thing I didn't. I don't know. I remember. So there was a part in the movie when Hulk was saying, just like basically explaining why you can't go back in time. And he was like, when you go back in time, the present becomes future, and then your past becomes your new present. So you can't change or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it because to me, I looked at it as they already screwed everything up when they went back in time.
No, so have you watched the Spider-Man movie? Technically, the Spider-Man movie was truly the last. Endgame was not the end of the Infinity Saga. The Spider-Man movie was. So did you watch the Spider-Man movie?
The latest Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, so it goes into the multiple dimensions and stuff like that. So it kind of ties that last piece up.
All right.
Which, I mean, as far as the characters, Endgame completed it, but Spider-Man, of course, Spider-Man was like, oh, none of the superheroes are here. He had to do it by himself, but they still kind of, whatever was still remnants. Yeah. So, and potential for the Marvel nerds for them to explain in a sense of what's to come in phase 4, the fact that you might see Thanos come back. Yeah.
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 All right.
So, yeah.
Well, Yols, there's an NFL game on and I have not watched.
Yep, it's that time. It's that time. You know they had to do all the preliminary stuff. Let me see. I don't even know. They probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they yeah.
Because this is the Hall of Fame one. It can't.
Yeah. So shout out to Ed Reed, in my opinion, the greatest safety of all time, and Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes left in the first. It's 7-0. So you know.
Oh, I'm good then. And who is it? These are Broncos and Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and then next week is preseason. People don't watch preseason, but I do because most of my team, the Packers, of course, they love to start rookies. So I need to see who's gonna be on the damn team. People really don't watch preseason, but they should because it's so funny. Because when I do fantasy football, I used to do because it's stressful.
Very.
I gotta focus on my game. Plus, I can't. Oh, speaking of, that'll be fun. Yeah, because come in September, I'm actually going to Green Bay, and I'll be. Ooh, that's Thursday night though. Ooh, well, yeah, we'll have to probably record earlier, but that will be fun because I will get to record in Green Bay. But a lot of people don't watch it, and I watch preseason, and it pretty much lets me know who I'm going to pick for my fantasy. So usually I dominate in fantasy football, and everybody's like, how the hell? I'm like, because I watch preseason. I'm like, guys, preseason is not just about cutting down to the 50-man roster. Preseason is to see what your that's what your team plays going to be on defense or offense. Who's going to be starting? I mean, some of the starters do play, so you get to kind of. I'm like, you're going to see
the third game. Usually the third game.
I always call it because, like, preseason the year when Randall Cobb was a rookie, I said, yo, we got to watch out for 18. Randall Cobb's going to be bad. The first regular season game, Randall Cobb breaks the NFL record and runs from end zone to end zone. I call it every year who's going to be a standout player on teams because I watch the preseason.
I love preseason. I go to the games, which is what I'll be doing tomorrow with me and the nephew. We're gonna be at they got Fan Fest at the stadium, so we'll be there.
Yeah, like I said, preseason. I mean, people really do need to pay attention to preseason, especially, and that's another because there's been so many injuries in the NFL. Shoot, first game, second game, hell, the Giants just lost what I think starting receiver for the rest of the season. You need to see who your backups are going to be. You need to see if the Antonio Browns get hurt, if the Aaron Rodgers get hurt, if the whoever your starters are, if they get hurt, you need to see who's backing them up.
Yep.
And you need to be like, oh God, they trash her. Oh my God, I feel good. I don't mind this.
No, you always gotta have. You gotta know. You gotta know them depth charts.
Bruh.
I do.
I know my whole team. Okay.
Definitely do. I will say this. I want to end with this. So this has got to be. I'm not even lying. This is the ultimate. I cannot be stopped story. I'm gonna make it short. So there's this dude from I don't know where he's from. Can't remember his name. It's not important. But here's what happened. He was a standout basketball player. And he was really fast, so he ran track. He did the whole the basketball, football, and run track, in high school. So he was pretty good in all three, but his main focus was basketball. All right, so doesn't get recruited like he thought he would. So he ends up going to a junior college to try out for the basketball team. Doesn't make the team. He's like, wow, okay, so I'll just focus on track and field. So he's running and doing all, track and field related stuff, getting ready for the season, gets into a car accident. So he can't do anything. So then he leaves that school, goes to another school. And it was like, I'm going to try out for their football team. Now, if you switch in schools, tryouts going to be over the summer. So you got to make that decision quick. So they basically never tell him no. They never got back to him and told him that he actually didn't make the team. So he shows up anyway as if he was told that he made the team. Come to find out, because even though he officially did not make the team, but they never told him, even though they didn't tell him that, and he shows up, he's like, well, let me just do kick return. He ends up beasting it. They ended up like actually ended up setting records, if I'm not mistaken. So of course, like he made the team or whatever, and he great season. Did that for 2 years. I'm sorry, 2 years, 1 year, 1 year or 2 years. I think it was just 1 year, but yeah, it was 2 years. I got it. Did it for 2 years. Second year is when he broke all the records. So he takes his highlight tape and goes to the bank. Yeah, the bank, and he says, "Hey, let me get a credit card." Gets a credit card and finances literally a tour to all of these Division I schools so that he can, in hopes of like him being able to join the team. All right. Doesn't get one single offer. Doesn't make like nothing. So now he's back to square one, back at the same, junior college or whatever.
Right.
So once he's done with school, he doesn't give up on his dreams. So he tries out for the Canadian Football League. Does not make it. Tries out for the USFL, which, if you remember, that was that football league that folded in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But didn't make it. Then he tries out for arena football. I didn't even know that was still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make that. So, right. Didn't make any more. So now he's on like it's literally like a flag football type of, inner city league. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Talks to some guy, like one of his teammates. His teammate tells him, was like, "Yo, the Browns is having like a tryout down in Florida." He's like, "Word." He was like, "Yeah, man, like go check it out." And he gets this advice, gets ready to go. And he was like, "Hey, is there anybody I need to look for? Anybody I need to talk to? Because I never got like an invitation to go. And if you don't have an invitation, you can't get in." So he gives this guy, he tells him a name to look for, whatever. The guy goes on Google, looks up everything there is to know about this person, memorizes it, then drives from it was something like from Arizona to Florida, something like that, something crazy. Maybe not Arizona, Florida, maybe like Louisiana to Florida, but it was still far. Drives down there. No promise, no nothing that this may or may not work, but he goes down there anyway, gets up to the door, and there's a guy that's, got a list of names, and he's like asking for his name or whatever. And he says, "Hey, I'm just here to see such and such person," which that guy happened to be an executive. He's one of the executives for the Browns, like basically like one of the, not a general manager, but one of the top people within the team. So he's like, excuse me. So he's like, "Well, I mean, he said my name. Sorry, you go ahead. You good. You can go in." The guy goes in there, looks for him, and through research found out that he actually went to the same college as his son. So he's telling him about that and everything, and the guy literally lets him try out right then and there. But he did good enough to where he got an invitation to officially try out for the team. So this wasn't even like real tryouts. This was
right.
A few people that might be good, so we'll give them a shot.
Right.
So invitation to go to Cleveland, actually officially try out for the team. Goes up there, don't have a place to stay, so he sleeps outside the first night. Yeah. The second night, he sleeps, I think, in like a 24-hour gym. And then after that, I think he slept in like a laundromat or something like that. And so, I mean, my heart go out to him. Does all of that, tries out, does well enough. He actually gets an invitation to come to training camp. So now he has a place to stay because, they basically
right.
cook the room and stuff like that. He's got free food. He's probably eating like 5 times a day and lifting weights. And he's actually trying out for the team. So I'm rooting for Buddy. I'm hoping that he actually makes it because that is one hell of a story.
Damn right. And if he makes it, child, that's gonna be every time the Cleveland Browns are stacked. Okay.
They are.
So
they are.
Yeah. So
but one thing I will say though about preseason is that even if you don't make the team or if you don't if you're not offered a spot on the practice squad, you still have like basically footage, like NFL footage.
Yeah.
So, there's all types of other teams that will be looking for somebody with your, basically they're looking for somebody that, fill up some more roster spots.
And that's exactly what Green Bay does. Like, and that's why I was like, teams like Green Bay do that. Like, people pay attention to the draft, but they don't pay attention to what happens after the draft. Like Green Bay got 15 players after the draft because they didn't get drafted. So they like you said, they're on the training camp to see if they can. I'm like, what? So that's just like, dude, that's like Buddy. Like, you just never know who's gonna get on the team, and you be like, where he come from?
Right.
And he's running down the field.
It'd be a long. Some of them people like. I love hearing about those stories because some of them it's a long shot, and some of them legit make it.
Yeah.
Like some of the best football players, like even now and retired or whatever, like they weren't even like one of the best people like coming out of college. They weren't
Yeah.
good enough to go to a Division I school, and then they did all right enough to where they were allowed to try out for a team, and then they end up making the team, and because of injuries or whatever, they end up basically getting thrust into the game and end up dominating.
Right.
And it happens a lot. So on that note, I'm probably going to start the
That's a good
outro
encouraging
track.
note to leave off on, though. That's good.
That's real good. Do what I can. I do what I can. Shout out to my new studio.
Oh my God! Please, next time, do better.
I probably will, but I just want to make sure this one started off well. You feel me?
Yeah. But now we got an outlet. So just like we promised, folks, just because I'm in another state doesn't mean we can't record. Hello. Goodbye.
We're gonna make it work.
Now that I thought about the Green Bay one, that should be fun.
I think that we should do the episode while you're at the game.
Oh God, no, because I don't
That'd be really fun.
I don't need people to see me in football mode because I watch my games by myself on purpose. Because I'm a lot.
So, new poll: if you want to have Yols live stream a 5-minute segment game.
Oh God. And it's gonna be in Green Bay, and I'm like 10 rows up from the field. Like I have great seats.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the 5 minutes will be while the offense is on the field.
Because the phone will be like
when the majority of the big plays happen.
No, because I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm different.
I am too. I don't even sit down when I'm watching the games. You feel me? Like I'm literally standing there like a coach, like
it's extreme.
Watching everything.
I think one time, because I used to have football Sundays at my house, and I think like it was a game, and I had people over, and some people got to see a tip of it. Like I get loud. I like only a few people have like seen it. Like I think one of my friends had video of like when we do like I run through the house. I'm on the TV screen like in the huddle, and I'll be like, "Yo, so we in the huddle. What we doing?" Because right now I'm in the huddle with them. Like I'm standing at the screen with my nose on the screen, talking to them in the huddle. Like it's serious.
Yo, I'm 100% with you. It's my game.
Like, oh, it's bad. Like
I've lost friends over the games.
Like, but being in Green Bay is different. Like the last time I was in Green Bay, I almost got to a fight twice. Like it's different.
Wow. Yeah. I will say this. I don't know.
With men.
There's certain
men.
places I won't go. Like even if the Panthers are playing there's certain stadiums I won't go to. I think Philly is one of them. It's definitely Philly is probably one.
I wouldn't go to Philly.
I mean, I'm talking about you hear so many stories about the away team's bus pulling up, and they look out the window and they see a 5-year-old kid giving them the double middle finger, not single, the double middle finger. You know what I mean? Like 80-year-old women like throwing beer bottles at them and stuff.
Well, like even if you go to because I think in Charlotte they have a Phillies bar. Ooh, if you go to support whoever friend you there with, but don't go and that's so funny you say that because Green Bay is playing the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the game I'm going to. But we in Green Bay though. So, but yeah, Thursday night football, September 26th. I'm ready. Sorry.
No, you're good. I think the first game of the Panthers season is probably going to tell us everything we need to know about the season because we're playing the Rams at home. Me and my nephew are going. We were like 3 or 4 rows back. Great seats. Got them on the deal.
I'm going to look for you.
The play, a team that just was, that was just in the Super Bowl. It's that probably, that didn't really lose too many key players, if any, really. Generally, it doesn't go well. But I actually got a lot of faith in the Panthers. I think we got a legit squad this year, for real, for real. As long as people stay healthy, and I'm not lying. Every time a phone makes a noise because it's a notification, I run to it because I'm checking to see if there's been an injury.
Oh yeah. That's why I said you got to watch preseason to see who your benches are gonna be for these teams, man. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. But anyway. All right, Yols.
But this was a good episode. Welcome back.
This was a good episode. I'm looking up some food to order right now.
I'm hungry. I was hungry. And that's another problem with me living where I live, because I am literally 5 miles or less from the most amazing food everywhere. I'm between 2 Papados, Juicy Crab. I'm a mile. I'm 1.7 miles away from Juicy Crab. Oh God.
I'm sorry. I'm just checking my calendar. I'm putting a trip to Atlanta. Oh, I'm sorry.
I am by all the food, and I mean all the food.
Yeah, I think.
But I'm about to set my meal prep for next week, because I went to the gym today. I have a trainer. Because no, I'm not about to. Y'all see me in Charlotte like, damn, you lady, you gained about 25 pounds. What the hell wrong with you? Because I'm by everything. Krispy Kreme, mind you, Charlotte don't even got a Krispy Kreme. I wasn't.
Just got one.
I know, no, that's Concord, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Nah, it's in no, there's one off it's in University, North Lake area. Yes, Concord has got one. But yes, we just got one. We just got one in the North Lake area. If I'm not
regardless, I ain't number 2 miles away from the Krispy Kreme here. I done told him down way too many times. So I had my last Krispy Kreme donut yesterday, because the next 30 days, no. Because no.
Hold on, let me look at this. I might be wrong. I think it is. Let's see.
Concord Mills, Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong. It's still close to where I used to live. But, bruh, like, I'm by all the food. All the food. I'm going to Slutty Vegan on Saturday. Help me, Lord.
I'm sorry, what?
Slutty Vegan.
That's what I thought. She's Slutty Vegan. All right. Yep. On that note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been real, Yols.
Peace.
Been real. I'm out.